Hello. G'day everyone. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining again. Thank you. Let me take closer seats. Sorry. Put all these away.
C-K.
Oh, hey bro, I'll get some chocolate.
Oh no, yeah,
Sure.
plenty. There's plenty here.
Sure.
Yeah, plenty.
There's better chocolate.
That's okay. No.
Alright, I'll do his.
Thank you. Just in case. Yeah. So, hello everyone. So, yeah, do we eat some mooncakes over the weekend?
I had mooncake on Saturday.
Saturday's good.
And then we had good mooncake. It was sesame flavored.
Yeah, sesame.
Alex know like southern mooncake. The
No,
one with the egg in it.
Oh.
I just give those to Kenny.
Yeah, Alex thinks it's a good mooncake. Very good mooncake. Yeah, mooncake. Yeah. Mooncake, I think it's the Taiwanese style is the flaky pastry thing.
Yeah.
Whereas like Cantonese or southern.
It's like the sort of it's almost like that hot water pastry. It's not flaky at all. It's more. It's not
Yeah, that's it. So today we will use the board to talk about the 5 elements.
Seafood's specialty.
Yes, specialty of 5 elements. So, air,
wind, water.
Is this Captain Planet?
Yeah. Heart. Like what's hot element?
Captain Planet.
Hot stove.
So I'll draw it in a circular way so that we can see which goes where. Obviously, there's more ways to put it.
We'll do it in a circular way.
Circular way.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes. So which one goes first? Do you know? Have a guess. Secret.
Metal.
Metal. Okay. Where's metal?
Is metal the same thing as earth?
Not quite.
No.
Not quite.
Water.
Yay! Water.
Water is first?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Water.
It's so terrible.
And which one goes next?
Air? No.
Air is not the element.
Oh, air's not an element? Oh, come on. Oh, okay, what wind! Sorry, I'm gonna like get out of Captain Planet mindset. I'm the 80 and 95, 90s myself. Okay, so what we did, water is an element, fire.
Yes, fire is an element.
Yep.
But instead of going that way, I'll put fire here.
Okay. Fire.
And then?
Wow, there's the man figure again.
Haha,
Yeah.
Man figure, why?
Person, spirit.
Hands in air, agitated, fiery,
angry,
ferocious, fire.
So we got that. What's another element?
So water is?
Earth, yeah.
Wood.
Metal. I should know these. It's like it's simple, like feng shui.
Feng Shui 101.
Feng shui 101.
So how is that cycle related to Tao? Let's start with water.
Well, Tao exists in all things. So we know that Tao exists in Tao affects the way that water behaves. Tao gives us the ability to have fire. Tao creates trees, which therefore creates wood. And then wood grows in the earth.
Yeah.
So
there's a cycle in there. So
Oh, so yeah, so the cycle.
It's very, very much related to Tao because all these 5 elements exhibit very good qualities in nature that humans can also follow in order to reconnect with Tao. So all of these we can talk about its applications. So which means the virtues, the virtues of water, the virtues of soil, virtues of all these elements are all ways we can learn from to reconnect us with Tao. Remember we have Tao Te Ching chapter 8. Long time ago we talked about the virtues of water.
Do you like water?
Yeah, so be water.
Be water. Yeah, be water, my friend. Famous Bruce Lee quote.
Yes, yeah, and it's now a very important concept in Hong Kong as well.
Yes.
Be water. So what are the virtues of water? We can list them out. So
water, first of all, water sustains life.
Yeah, sustain life. Is this viewable? Let me see.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, hi Bridget. G'day. Thanks for watching, Bridget.
Yay, Bridget.
Yes.
Hello.
So I'm just going to fill in the English first. This is Earth. Yep. And then wood.
You can see the logic in Earth.
Yep.
No, actually, I thought I had him around the wrong way, the other way.
Okay.
Because I thought that the wood was the tree standing up,
Yeah, it looks like a tree.
and then the wood, it's got the roots there.
Yep. So remember a couple of classes ago we also did that, but in the axis table. So remember we have 5 good qualities like trustworthiness, courage, righteousness, courtesy, and these are all correspond to that. But this is the second part of it. So that's why I'm using the circular way to describe it instead of the pivotal axis way. So if we look at the virtues of water, like it sustains life. And according to Dado Sutra, it's always very humble. Flows to the lowest point possible.
And nothing in theory can sort of stand in its way. It always finds a way to
perseverance.
So it's got perseverance.
Can't spell
perseverance. A-N-Z. Yeah, we'll just call it like that.
Perseverance. I'm very bad to
spell
today.
So it has perseverance. But water, although it is very soft, can move big amounts of land, for example. Like we know, if we look at like a tsunami, for example, it's just water. But that water can destroy an entire village, so it's very strong.
Yep, so I think we can use the word resilient, is it?
Oh, yeah, resilient?
Resilient. Yep. Okay. So in Lao Tzu's explanation, water is also very timely. They always... Oh, that's okay. I've got lots of other...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no good. So the notification come up? Okay. The thing with water, it only exhibits its presence when it's a timely manner. So we say the rain only occurs when the conditions are ripe for raining. Rain will not occur when the conditions are not ripe for rain. So it's got a time element to water, which is something I need to learn from. And also with the water, Lao Tzu mentioned it doesn't actually take on any pollutants on its own composition. So you use water to rinse things, but if you filter the water again, you can actually bring it back to like the purest water again, which means similar to us. We come to this world, we say 60,000 years ago, but we supposedly should not need to go through all the troubles of suffering or reincarnation here if we didn't have the attachments to this material world. But because we forgot about our water qualities and we become very entangled with whatever we meet or whatever we interact or get in touch with in this world, that's when we forgot about our water purity. So the attachments is one of the characteristics. So you can put the water in the most dirtiest place, but the water itself doesn't fuse with the dirt.
No.
It's inert in a way. So that's how we should also learn from it, by being even we're in a very troubled world or chaotic world, or even we go and work with the wolves, but we don't need to become the wolf. So that's the quality of that. Yeah. So, and it's got many more, but yeah, I think we'll put that on that note because that's not the main focus for today's discussion. So we put down the water's virtues. I'm running out of spots too. What about the earth's virtues? What are some of the... I'll put it in a table later. Earth. What are Earth's virtues?
Earth, like water, also springs like life as well. Same as water, so it helps plants to grow, it gives nutrients. So again, like water.
Yeah. So life sustaining. Oops. Life sustaining. So the most apparent thing is the earth or the land, or we say the ground. It's supporting whatever we put on top of it. So it is the concept, like Mila Buddha's big embracing attitude. So they don't repel things that even though they might not like, but the land always accepts it. So if you put if you have a very toxic substance, you put it on the ground won't pushes it away. Yeah, the ground will still let it
just
sit.
Rejects it.
Yeah, it does not reject things. So yeah, the ground obviously, it's one of the virtues that says it's not repulsing anything for a start, because it has such capacity to take on anything, whether it's good or bad. So that is at a level that is operating above the conflicting level of whether I should take it or I should not take it. So
and Earth is also very, just like water again, is very resilient, because no matter what you do to it, for example, let's say you build a city, and then if you leave the city alone and humanity dies, then Earth generally takes over the city and grows again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the spanning of it, the grandness or the
and it can what's the word I'm looking for? Like it can
regenerate.
Regenerate.
Yes, I'll put this on there. Regenerate. Regenerate. Yes, because if we put anything into the soil, it will decompose. So obviously we know from a molecular point of view that decomposing it's based on the microorganisms, but it's the soil environment that lets the decomposing to occur. So the quality of allowing things to be rejuvenated or re-emerge and regenerate, that is the quality that we should learn as well. For example, if there are friends that is having some ups and downs in life, if they can come to the Tao or they come to our learning and we can share with them something that can benefit them, and then become a better person. That's the purpose, of having a class or having a temple, having a interactive relationship with our friends. So that's the good quality of Earth, and something we can aim to become as well. So, in theory, the Confucius said he is able to make friends everywhere he goes. Yeah, so obviously there are different levels of friendship. One is a BFF, close buddies, but others maybe, a friend that you don't need to get into their own life every day, but some friends you are part of their life every day. So, but in general terms, Confucius is able to make friends wherever he goes, based on the fact he has the magnet qualities of turning whoever's coming here to get a good outcome from that interaction.
Yeah, I think that's really important. And like, even I know, like with my Uber driving, bro, like I'm going to use Uber as an example. Like you get all sorts of people in the car, right? But if you can make them for maybe like a 15-minute journey, like your really good friend, you can treat them like your friend, then they will like open up to you and they'll be so friendly rather than sit in the car and be like, oh, I really don't want to be here.
Until you see their final destination.
Oh, yes.
Or they will drive up to 39 Millers Road, please.
Just freak everyone. This isn't where I wanted to go. No, you need to go here.
Based on your sharing, Uber has calculated a new route. So 5 stars for Alex. So
question: why have you got it in that sequence?
Okay. So, if you look at water is what shapes Earth. Erosion or continental shift. So, or the receding of water is what exposes Earth. So, that's why it has that empowering aspect. And
I can see that.
Earth is, like we said before, the soil, the harnessing force. Trees have to grow out of the earth. And with trees, you decompose, you have that decaying thing, and over, like, say, millions of years, these organic material is what turns out to be our minerals, our metals, and our even diamond. Diamond comes from the pressure and the intense environments under the ground. So once you have metal, then the metal is where we use, there's a scientific term like piezoelectric. Is that what is meaning? Like you can create sparks from jamming metal together.
From whacking a crystal.
So from we say the metal, it's a more apparent way to observe fire.
That's quite a distorted way to look at it. It's not classical.
Not classical, but it's got a cycle of a train of events.
So metal goes to fire, and how does fire get to water?
Oh, so when it's burning, it's actually burns the water dry. So so it like burns. For example, like if you burn water, the water liquid becomes steam. So or whatever you burn, it takes out the water element of things when you burn things. So that's why when you have Okay. Thanks.
Sorry, I got distracted.
No, it's all good. So press 1, 2. So yes, the sequence. If you think of it in this circular way, you can think of this one becoming the overpowering the next one. So fire can eventually overpower things that takes away the water.
Overpowering cycle.
Yeah, maybe overpowering is one word of explaining, but we say, in this way is the creative way, that way is the destructive way.
Ah, yeah, because
So it
water
goes both
destroys
ways.
fire.
Yes,
Fire destroys
Melts
metal.
cuts up wood. Wood can take out all the nutrients from the soil, and the earth is what we can cover up ponds of water with soil as well.
Ah.
So it is going both ways. I'm just using one direction for a start, but merely to extract the virtues
Oh, cool.
of them. Because last time we haven't gone into such depths yet.
So, bro, do we think that individual Buddhas have virtues such as, like, maybe, like, the Mila Buddha has a virtue of water? Or are they like that, or do they have all the virtues?
All of it.
All of it, okay.
Yes. Because Buddha is complete.
Oh, they're complete.
Yeah.
It's not just like their, what's the word? You know how they have individual vows. So it's not like that.
The individual vows may be like one of the components, may be a bit more apparent.
Yeah.
But the underlying theme, they have all.
Oh.
They shall have every aspect as the Buddhas need to have, otherwise they won't have such completeness.
Sorry, I'm just working out. Like, is it like the Bhagavad thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
Not similar.
Like the Bhagavad. No, yeah. I'm like trying to work it out. Like, no, it's too many sides. Too many sides.
5?
This is the Pentagon.
Funny guy. It's like it, but there's 3 legs missing.
Well, the tripod has 3 legs.
Yeah.
So
this isn't the pyramid scheme. It's a, it's a trapezoid. It's a trapezoid.
Yeah. So okay. We've got a bit more of the Earth that we can share. So the Earth, another quality is it's actually very, very gentle. Why we say it's very, very gentle? It's because like all the things, like as Alex was saying before, the Earth is can return everything to its original status. So that's why it's very, very gentle. When it's a very abrupt change, then most of the things won't be returning to its original form. But when it is a gentle change, it will create a form back to its original self.
But what about earthquakes?
That's not part of the Earth's problem.
Oh,
yeah. Earth does not shake on its own self, and we say it's the fire underneath it that's causing the tectonic plates. So tectonic plates. So the mantle is what's causing Earth.
Hey Dan.
Dan, hello. Thanks for watching. Thank you.
You're there?
Welcome. So we say Earth. We say the Earth is very, very gentle. So our mind is also like Earth. Our mind is often a soft thing. We have a soft spot for things. So hopefully we have a soft spot for good things. So so think of it that way. And like as in the Buddhist or Zen Buddhism, all the koans or all the stories, they always refer to the thoughts or the heart, just like a paddock or like a field, like a grass patch. Whatever you plant it, you get the fruit or you get the output. So our thoughts or our mind or our heart, that's like the earth. Whatever you plant it, give it time, it will turn into something good or bad, but it will turn something out. So okay, I'll fill that in later. What about timber or wood? Timber. Wood. What are the virtues of wood?
Wood is useful.
Yep. It's versatile.
Versatile, yep.
Construct stuff.
Yep. So, which means like us, we in the temple, we have multi-talents. So if you are very good at this field, that you can also be very good at that field, which you can also be very good at those fields. And wherever we go, maybe in and out of the temple, there are lots of talents we all can contribute. And what else is wood showing about?
I'm just thinking.
Keep thinking.
Wood can protect. I don't want to say everything I say. Like versatile is such like a blanket term. Like if I say, "Well, wood protects us," it protects us because it has canopies. Those sorts of things. Then that's like versatile.
Wood gives us shelter.
It gives us shelter. It gives us fire. It fuels fire.
So does the earth, the cave.
Well, we sort of observe.
It gives us air.
Gives us the oxygen.
Cleans the air.
It's there, cleansing. Another observable thing is it is always aiming for
heaven, sky, sun.
Sun.
So they keep going up and down.
It's always aiming for warmth. So it is the positivity of timber. So positivity. So any floral, like any flora or fauna, every type of flora has the tendency to get closer and closer to the warmth or to the brightness, the bright side, the sun. So if you look at the trees, they are very straight as well.
Dark side.
Something.
Dark side.
Family.
But that's true because even if you look at vines, you'll see either vines will like go towards the light or sometimes they'll go towards water, the water source.
Like
I have a vine in our bathroom, and you can see it's trying to go down the drain because it can sense water.
That's right.
No drain for you.
So anything that's like the going to the water that's on the bottom underneath the soil, but whatever's above the soil, above ground, they are all aiming to the bright side. So if we were to mirror that to us, that means all of the times our thoughts should be always thinking about good things, should be having this positiveness, and just as Alex you were saying, to do the oxygen generation, which everyone can benefit from. So our positivity should in fact radiate to others.
Should be able to take everyone, all the like crap stuff in the world, turn it into positivity.
So that's combining the both seeing things there. But if you look at the wood and the timber more as the apparent trees, then often they're also very upright. So this upright factor is what allows us to use it as construction material. If the wood becomes wonky and not straight, then those aren't used much as construction material. So
unless you're in New Zealand, then we call it leaky homes.
Leaky homes. That's right. So if we look at the quality of the virtues of wood, then what that reflects to us means is we should have a very strong moral principle that we abide with. So the rules are something that we don't take shortcuts or we don't dodgy business to squeeze through the system. We are just very upright. Yes. So that's one of the virtues of wood. What about metal?
Metal's good for chopping.
Chopping, yep. So metal has the power. So if we have a good health, then it allows us to lift heavier things, to do a bit more work. So we should often aim to have a good health so that we can do more. If we also have a very positive power, then lots of the things can also be solved. So, and many times we can see that if you're not very healthy or you're feeling ill or you just don't have the energy, you just don't want
Damn,
to.
you just stole my idea. I was about to say iron deficiencies.
Iron
I was like, no, don't say it, Kenny. Sorry.
No, I didn't use that word yet, but yeah, you're very true. Like, so iron deficiency, I'll put it up here for you.
Oh yeah, just blood iron.
Yes. So essentially, the 3 or 4, 5, even 6,000 years of this knowledge is just from observing nature. So obviously, as the world improves, we look at apparatus or material ways to determine certain phenomena or make it more identifiable or more formulated way. But the principles are going to be the same. So no matter how science can be developed, the underlying principle is still the spiritual side of things is still prevalent. Yes. So.
But metal also, bro, if we talk from a health point of view, metal can make us healthy, but at the same time, it can also kill us.
Oh yeah, toxic.
For like
toxins.
hemochromatosis, if you have too much iron in your blood.
Yes.
Or you can have what's it like people who used to take colloidal silver to treat things, and then they end up getting like turning blue.
So the blue tongues and blue face.
Yeah.
So that's why from like if we look at say Chinese understanding, they use the word balance or centered or the enough or the adequate to describe the material ideal world. So the iron or metal, all these are very beneficial to generate work or generate output. So for us, that means we should have like aspirations or we should have a vow to achieve certain good outcomes. So in the life, yes, you can climb up the corporate ladder, and in spiritual ladder per se, we can also improve on a spiritual ladder to see how we are in our cultivation. So that's some of the virtues of metal. And also, metal's got another strength, it is about the alloy metal. So it teams up with others to form a stronger bond. So I'll put alloy on here so we can understand the effects of alloy. So I think often we are very powerful on our own already, but when we can team up with a stronger one or more powerful one, then we become invincible. We become like Mission Impossible. There's such a strong team. So all the metal are reminding us of is, yes, it may be very strong on its own, but it can get stronger when it's an alloy, like with a compatible other metal. So that means about cooperation. So working as the team. So that's where metal allows us to think about how we can work as a team in the society, how we can be part of society, how we can contribute to society. So metal has got the more of the good qualities of the value. Like if we look at the metal, but the Chinese word itself, this actually is gold. This actually is a character for gold. So what are the good things about gold, may I ask? Gold.
It's malleable.
Yes, malleable. Yep. So, well, how do we spell malleable?
LLEA.
B-L-E?
Yes.
Okay. Malleable, yep. And we will also say gold is malleable, plus it's also a very stable value, like as in the fine the purity of gold. The value of gold is from the purity of gold. Like it's a standard of value. Yeah, even though it's now trading at maybe $1,500 an ounce, $1,600 an ounce. Yeah, but for quite a long period of human civilization, the monetary value is pegged to gold. So so before the Bretton Woods system, it's changing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so
It's shiny.
Shiny, yes.
Shiny can be used for the exchange of goods and services.
Yeah. So we say the
Uber driver.
Penny gold.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, that's more than Bitcoin. Yeah, like the gold in ancient China, it also has carried on the meaning of a promise. So it lasts longer than most things. So in ancient times, obviously they don't have a wide use of diamonds yet, and obviously without knowing diamonds, and the next best thing for eternity is gold. So good as gold comes from there. Your words are what you're worth, and your words should mean eternity.
Is that why in like Hong Kong you can always see like Chow Tai Fook, all those like wedding jewelry, like the over the top gold stuff?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I always think like, wow, these fucking people really like gold.
Yeah, like in the weddings, like essentially, your brides. I shouldn't use the word like exchangeable value, but like you exchange vows.
Yeah.
But in lieu of saying how much your vows are worth, you have to show them by how much gold you can produce to correlate to how strong your vows are worth. So that's a very, I guess, a twisted interpretation, but the meanings originally came from that. So that's why they use so much gold to, one, as showing your daughter is very, very precious, or we say the groom's vows are worth a very heavy, substantial weight. So that's the context. So
5 camels.
Yeah, but obviously as we know, like love has no material value. It can't be measured by material value. So I guess even in Futurama or any other like robots movie, they can also use like a nut as a ring. So you don't need a gold ring. So that's
Futurama.
Yeah. So it comes to the fact that a metal has the value of promise and the last or everlasting promise. So
hence why you exchange rings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because a ring never ends.
That's right. Yeah. A ring is a loop that keeps going. And I think, did we share before why it's on the ring finger?
Yes, you did, and I'm trying to remember what it is. Well, in Christianity,
yes.
Because that's a ring finger, right?
Yes.
Supposedly, I have been told that it's on the ring finger because when you get married, at the end of the ceremony, because it's like a prayer, you make it in the name of the Father, which is the thumb.
Yes.
In the name of the Son, which is the pointy index finger. In the name of the Holy Ghost, which is like Holy Spirit, is your middle finger. Amen, which is on the ring finger. Okay. So that's why it's like that's what I've been told.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Like that's Sifu. Sifu's looking at me like, what?
Well, Sifu is probably the one who had more experience with rings before, but
you know, like washes. That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. So we say why is it the ring finger? Let's play a little game. Yeah, I shared with it with few times before. So if we put our hands on a flat surface.
Mhm.
Okay. So can you lift and tap the thumb? Can you lift and tap index? Can you lift and tap? Yep. Can you lift and tap this? Can you lift and tap
Yes.
that? Yep. Okay. Good. Okay. So if you can lift and tap that, now try 2 fingers. Can you lift and tap the thumb and the index? Yep.
Thumb and index, yeah?
Yep. Can you lift the thumb and the middle finger? Can you lift the thumb and can you lift the thumb and the pinky?
Yeah.
But can you lift the thumb and the ring finger?
Yep.
Okay.
You can do anything with a bit of practice.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. See, I can do it. Are you a fellow?
Oh,
Your theory is wrong, Kenny.
My theory. Hold on.
This looks like an octopus.
Yeah, this looks like weird chubby fingers.
Ah.
Look at octopus technique. See?
Oh wow.
No, I got couple in China.
Oh wait.
This one's really bad.
Maybe it's just me. Wait.
I love how like Kenny's like, no one can do this, and then he finds out he can't do it, and everyone else can.
Is this what you base your
Oh no! This is
evolution?
No, that's
Evolution.
evolution. No, that's a separate theory to why we wear it on the ring. Many theories, but one is the ring finger. Yeah, you can't move it on its. You can't move it on its own without another finger. So I'm trying to figure out which one it was. So let me get to it later.
Do you know the other thing I've been told? Is supposedly the ring finger is the only finger that has a blood vessel that goes straight to the heart.
Straight to heart. Yeah. That's another theory as well. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, the ring finger has a vessel straight to the heart, whilst others, yeah. So I'll come back to that tapping thing. I did it a long time ago, but yeah, it's about the ring finger is the one that can't operate on certain way on its own, which means why we put a ring finger on the ring is because remind yourself you are no longer alone. You are now with a lifelong companion. So,
I'm just going to keep tapping this just to prove you're wrong. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan says it's on the left hand side of the body with the heart.
Oh, yep, left. Yeah, that's right. So the left part. Yeah. So I'll find another. But yeah, that's to say the metal, the commitment side. So that's another benefit. Okay, now we're almost to the fire. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's tackle questions.
Vein of amoris, Latin for vein of love.
Yep.
Is that the vein that goes straight to the heart?
Indeed.
Oh, there you go.
A married couple symbolically declares their eternal love.
Yeah. So that's why with the metal we use a ring, and with the ring we put on the ring finger. So all of these are quite logical in the sense that we look at it from a contextual perspective.
Let's say, in traditional, traditionally in China, ancient China, did they use rings?
Not as much as rings. Yeah,
no.
They more like have chains.
Chains.
Yeah, which is a bigger way of explaining the commitment.
Your mind forever.
Yeah. So this is the metal's virtue. So meaning to remind ourselves to be dependable, be of great value, and with our value, that's our worthiness or our gold standard. Yeah. So what about fire? May I ask? Fire. Yeah. Fire's virtues.
Warmth.
Warmth. Yep.
Ability to boil tea.
Ability to boil water.
Hey, boilability.
And,
Boilability.
careful, otherwise it's going in the phone itself. Just because I spilt the tea, jeez. And now you're trying to tissue.
Oh, it's still on there?
You missed the cup.
Oh,
I didn't miss the cup.
let me go find.
No, bro, you can tissue your house.
No, it's okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Just give us 1 minute. I'll be right back.
BRB.
Thank you for your continued patience. Kenny will return shortly. I didn't miss the cup though. Maybe I did.
Maybe I should go and get a towel.
No, I'll be right.
I'll go and get a towel.
Oh, Kenny's bringing me something, so.
Oh, is it?
He is indeed.
Yes.
Thanks, Sue.
No worries. Thank you.
Yeah. No,
Sorry. Yeah. I'll take
there we
this
go.
away.
Alright, cool.
Nice.
And we're back.
And we're back. Yeah, what about fire? The virtues of fire. About warmth and about
Cooking.
cooking. Yeah.
If fires, I don't know.
Getting rid of rubbish.
Dependable.
Dependable. Well, we say.
Every time I think of fire, I always think of Guangdong for some reason.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of like that powerful.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So
They
yeah.
have a box of chalk right there.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. This got quite a bit of use. One of the virtues of fire is that it's our earliest form of light.
I was going to say that. Illumination.
Illumination, yeah. Illumination. So yes, obviously the daytime we have the sun, but nighttime we still need to do some stuff, so we need light, so we need fire. So the fire has one of the qualities, meaning we can brighten people's paths. So a fire, like a torch, yes, if we use it to a good way, we can definitely, like the street lamps, like the pathways are very, very easily identifiable. So that's why when we look at ourselves, we are in the society, we are like a lamp post, or a light source, so that people can follow us back to their source of life. So they can follow us to a temple, that's where they can rediscover their true self-here. So, yeah. If we look at fire, it's obviously got many, many uses. And fire, we say Qigong Buddha, it's also derived from fire. So he's got the qualities of fire as well. So the warmth, then the light, and these are the main characteristics of Qigong Buddha. So the fire is very important part of we call civilization, because in most cases you need fire to cook, you need the fire to make tools, or you need fire to survive. So when in Chinese they say if there's a place that does not have smoke, like there's no smoke from cooking or smoke from the smelting of metal, then that means it's not really a settlement. So the aspect of fire has that dependency of or human dependency for fire. So that's one of the things about the qualities that we can learn from fire, not using it in a ferociously destructive way. Yeah, so not using the torch to burn down the village. So using the fire to bring the fireplace to every home to cook a good meal. Yeah, that's the fire. So if we can think of all these virtues every day and try to think of the applications, then we can use them interchangeably. So yeah, if someone make us very agitated or very angry about it, then we can think of being water and run off the steam. And if we think someone is like the earth, like a very stubborn or very rigid type, we can become like wood, bring about their creativity or use the chance of regenerating new ideas or freshen up the environment. So if we think we have an issue where people are not very working as a team, they are being very adamant on their ways, then we can think of using a fire, like a combine your efforts to try to make things better. So shine upon a better path to tell them that their ways may not be as good as combining as a team effort. So sometimes these elements, we can mix and match to give us a better outcome. So if we look at it on us, most of the time our thoughts and emotions also is fluctuating based on these things. So if we look at it, we need to look at how it affects our bodily organs. So if we look at water, which organ is it, Sifu?
Kidney.
Kidney, yep. Kidney. So we say if we have a strong kidney, then most likely we will have longer, we will be able to have longer stamina or longer confidence, like a higher energy, or the recovery is faster. Yeah, like so. If you are an athlete, you have a strong kidney, then you are most likely able to perform at your peak for a bit longer, as well as recovering from the fatigue a lot quicker. So, and the way to help improve kidney is eating black food, black colored food. Black colored food like mushroom or black beans, fungus. Those are sometimes the black colored food. They have the tendency to help improve the kidneys. So, which organ is it?
Spleen.
Spleen.
Or stomach.
Yep. Spleen and stomach, yeah.
On the yang side.
Yeah, so in Chinese anatomy, they didn't know about the pancreas before, and they just wrap it all as the spleen. So yeah, so obviously they form very supplemental function to each other. So that's why at the end, yes, you can still talk about stomach and spleen as one entity because they supplement each other. So, and most people, I guess myself included, who have issues gaining weight or things like that is probably because of the issues with spleen or the earth part is having trouble. You can't harness the nutrients. You can't let the good things be kept in the soil. So yeah. So this one, I think it's to do with the green color or yellow color. I think it's yellow color. Yellow color food. I'll have to check on that as well. But yeah, the supposedly there's 5 colors of food that we can take to supplement our whole vitality. So that's the very logical and practical 5 elements and a 5 organs system. So the yellow maybe the soybeans or yellow types of food. So I think anything legumes can fall into that category. So and if we have a strong spleen, then most likely we can gain a lot of weight a lot faster as well. Yeah, because all the nutrients can be processed. What about the organ for wood? Sifu, which organ is this one?
Liver.
Liver, yeah. So if we look at liver, that's the most prioritized organ we know of filtration, of processing toxin and then removing toxin. So just like the trees clean our atmosphere or our air, so just like giving us oxygen, the liver can give us more oxygen in the blood as well. So yeah, the liver has the tendency to give us that that cleansing characteristics. So if we put a lot of alcohol in our system, we are giving our burden on the liver. So a lot of the times, if you look at why people have certain types of cancer, then it's quite easy to look at this logic to say, oh, they either have too much of something that hurts that function, or they didn't have enough of something that boosts that function. So liver, I think this liver is actually the greens. If we eat the green food, green colored food, it can help towards promoting the health of the liver. So the liver is one of the largest organs of us that can regenerate itself. So that's why you can donate parts of your liver and it will grow back because it's wood, it's timber. Yeah. Some other organs.
Wooden liver.
Yeah.
Yes, people do. Yes.
Yeah. So some people they obviously some people they have a very strong liver that they can drink quite a bit of alcohol. On the other hand, some people can't even take a sip and they will collapse after 2 because the liver's processing is not as good as some others. So hopefully we will all try to eat more greens so that our liver can become more and more healthy as well. Yes, and what about metal then? Which organ is metal? Faye, a good friend. Faye. Yeah, so this is lungs.
So is that what they call an iron lung? That thing? Oh, very funny.
Okay. So, well, funny enough, we were thinking of all the elements, and you were saying air for a start. So, air is related to lungs. So, yeah. So, and looking at this, what color do you think the food can blue? Why blue?
Because it's not green.
Oh, well, okay, I'll drop the hints. It's a staple. It's a staple.
Staples are always silver.
Really? Food. A staple food. Staple food.
Well, that's full of
white,
metals.
White. Yes, white. So,
Lice.
we say
Lice.
white color.
Lice.
So, why do you think, staples are often white color? So we say like rice, we say potatoes, that's a staple, and we say bread, well mostly it's flour, but we still see it as white.
Yeah.
So if the lungs, obviously the lungs is the most, we say fragile organ, because the lungs, the airways, all this, it's the failure of it can give us a very quick end. So yeah, we say it's fragile purely in the sense that a issue with lungs can be very costly at a very short period of time, whereas other types of illness still unfortunate, but they are a bit more chronically different.
If you suck in the flame, you die.
Suck in the...
How's that possible?
Or you burn your airways already.
Yeah, no, but how's that possible? How can you suck in a flame?
There's an explosion and you breathe in, oof, you're dead. Yeah, I know people.
Or you can be like my brother Alistair, who wanted to show off to people and went, look, I can do fire breathing, and did the fire breathing, and the wind caught him and it went on his face.
Yeah.
It burnt him and singed his eyebrows. You never did that again.
I have singed my eyebrows too.
Well, luckily
See-through
eyebrows
eyebrows.
can grow back. So, yeah.
When I was an apprentice plumber, I've been there about 3 months, and we were installing a gas boiler in a big coffee lounge, huge coffee lounge.
Wow.
And we'd finished, and the old guy I was working with, he was about 70, and we could smell gas. And
That's not good.
yeah, so he's got out, he's a heavy smoker, and he's got out his matches, and he's going like this, and he's, and I'm backing out of the room, and it goes, boom! There's a massive explosion, and it blew his wig off, and his wig was smouldering on the floor.
That's weak. His toupee.
He's bald as a badger. And he turns around. I don't know why they say that, because badgers are very hairy. Anyway, he turns around, and his eyebrows has got smoke coming off his eyebrows.
Wow, that's like Hollywood stuff.
Yeah, very fun. Very fun.
Look at you backing it.
Yeah, I've only been there, a very short time, but I knew enough to back out of the room. I got stuck by a bench.
Oh.
I couldn't go any further.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing how like the gas, like all the gas, they add those bad foul smell to it. Otherwise, gas we can't smell it.
Depending on what kind of gas it is.
Yeah. So I think like
smelly gas. Sometimes you can smell that on its own.
Yeah, like any commercially combustible gas is they don't have any smell, and I think like early days, lots of people did like have fatalities or casualties purely because of that, and that's why they added the foul smelling element substances to it so that people can detect it. Yeah. So there you go. I hope that old gentleman has
Interesting.
Make sure he's got enough wigs to carry around his workplace with him. Yeah, otherwise he won't be that lucky. Yeah, or in another context, the gentleman is lucky because you backed out already. If you were saying like do it, then
lucky if your wig didn't get blown off.
Yeah.
The first time I noticed he had a wig, we had to get under this building.
Yeah.
There was a floor, and he lifted up the manhole, and he's got these old grey overalls on, and he smelled really bad, like cigarette smokers do.
Yeah.
He got a funny foul smell.
Stale smell.
And he drops himself down into this hole, and he lifts his hair off and puts it on the floor. And I go,
nice to meet you.
It's like hats off and wigs off.
Could be absolutely worse. He could have a commercial rather than
yeah, he might have.
Oh, moderation. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so we say the lungs, the white type of staple foods that can help us regenerate more health in the lungs. So if we have a good lungs, then it lets us have more strength as well. Like we can walk up flights of stairs relatively easily. So if we look at a lot of the athletes, they train very heavily on the lung capacity in order to give them that edge of performance.
Yeah.
So a lot of the swimmers, I think they can do like a whole lap on a single breath.
Yeah, I was reading about that the other day, about how people hold their breath for longer periods of time.
Yeah.
And if you just go like that, you can't hold it that long. But you have to do it slowly so that all your lungs fill all the way up to the top, and then you can hold it longer.
Yes.
So,
yes. I think people also know like about Dan Tian, like breathing from the
stomach,
Dan
isn't
Tian.
it? Yeah. Oh no, from your belly button, right? Yeah.
Like yes.
Kung Fu breathing is just what he said. Filling up the bottom of the stomach, the bottom of the lungs first. But there's only one way to breathe, isn't there?
Yes, natural.
Oh, well, I said normal.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So,
just wrong.
Yeah. So okay. Now, last but not least, what about the fire?
Fire.
Which organs do we think it is?
Oh, fire is
Something burns.
Something burns.
Ooh, stomach. Heart.
Yay!
Heart.
Yep.
Sorry. Discussing planet again. Yeah.
And what color food do we think can help our heart?
Red.
Red. Yep. Okie dokie. Alright, so we've got lots of things like tomatoes, capsicum, carrots. All these are very essential for heart.
Nick's joining us as well.
Oh, Nick! Hello, Nick. Hi.
Nick Warren.
Dixon.
Oh, Nicolette. Hey, hello. No worries. Don't be sorry, Nicolette. Thank you. Welcome, Nicolette. Yeah. So we're just having a discussions of the 5 elements. So sorry about the messiness of the board. Now we write all over the board. But we say it's the arrows will help us unleash the power.
Smithers, unleash the hound.
Smithers. Yeah, so
Happy birthday, Mr. Smith. Sorry,
Simpsons.
yeah, sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
You're getting distracted.
No,
Yeah, back to fire.
Yeah, so
Um,
if we have a strong heart, then we say we tend to have more compassion, or we tend to have more empathy, and we say we can have more, not emotionally distressed, but we say we have more emotional quality, like more handling capabilities. We can handle our emotions a bit better. So yeah, the heart is the health benefits from that.
sorry, I'm just laughing at you saying candling. Sorry, just imagine someone making candles.
Too much
Sorry.
heart fire gives anger.
Yes.
Too much, yeah, if too much. Yes.
Yeah.
What does too much water give you?
Toilet trips.
Oh, Kevin's so funny. But yeah, isn't it the same, bro? Like too much fire in us can cause us like body issues as well.
Oh yeah.
Like I know, like when I was in China and I got cupping done,
Oh yeah.
and they're like, you have too, like even still, you can see like,
Oh yes.
like you still see the cupping marks.
Yeah.
And it's been weeks now.
That
Yeah.
is from your octopus hand.
Yeah, that's from me battling an undersea squid. Octopus. We must die. But they said, your body's too full of humidity and too full of like fire, too hot.
Too hot. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it comes up really, really purple. Yeah. So
Okay. Well,
is it the same sort of thing?
funnily enough,
Come up purple. Of course it's going to come up purple.
Not north, though.
like
Not
skin.
north spots.
funny enough, the TCM description, traditional Chinese medicine, they look at the body like as a whole, but they also can address issues on a localized way. So it is not very, I guess, fair to say you're a hot person or you're a cool person or you have too much water or you have not enough water just purely with that one statement. You've got to say on a localized level whether you have a lot of water in a particular organ, and that's the more in-depth analysis, that's more fruitful. Otherwise, yes, on general, you have lots of water, but in your organs, you're deprived of water. That's why none of the organ works and you're still sick. So that's the shortcoming of just generalizing the human body into the outside. We've got to look at the inside in order to see what is what. So essentially, we could have a heart that is not enough regenerating things. Like we have a weak heart. But if you say you have a weak heart, therefore you're a cool person, you're not hot enough, then they may try to use medication to boost that, whereas it will trigger another issue in another organ. So which is pretty much like the modern Western medicine is
Side effects.
the side effects of something. So I guess that's why it's hard to say with an overarching statement. But yet again, like the treatments should be the overall treatment, holistic treatment. Yeah. So that's the duality. That's the irony of things we always say. In this material world, everything has that duality or the irony aspect. So in, like, say, Western medicine, they use the localized treatments, but the better way is the holistic treatment. But in the falls of the understanding whether you're healthy or not, you shouldn't use a holistic way to look at whether you're healthy or not. You should use a localized way to look at whether you're healthy or not. So that's why both TCM and Western medicine, they both have their benefits. And,
balance.
yeah,
That's why you should use both of them at the same time.
Well, yeah, use both at what is best at
Yeah.
overcoming that issue of analysis time. So
Each of them are better than, like for example, you wouldn't use necessarily TCM to treat like really hardcore cancer.
yeah.
But sometimes, if you are constantly getting migraines,
Yeah.
it might be better to use TCM rather than.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's right. Exactly. It's about the timeliness as well. So you can't think, I better use chemo to treat my flu. So the time factor is also relevant as well. So chemo is like a one-hit shot thing. So you got to use it on things.
Chemo for treating your flu.
Yeah.
Instead using chemo because you're tired of shaving your head. It's the same thing.
Yeah. So the Western medicine and TCM should complement. Yeah. Not necessarily like together at the same time, but it's like a sequential or complementary or supplementary way as well to each other. So if we can try to have more red colored food, obviously we're saying it all is vegetarian, like plant-based food.
Yes. Kevin's not talking about red beef.
Yeah, because red meat.
Smart beef.
Yeah, red meat, or we say red meat, or any type of meat. Like there's no color in meat. Yeah, meat has no color. Yeah, so
yeah, it's just in a Tao sense, it's all bad.
Sorry,
I was trying to say that last week.
Like the we just say the meat itself, like it's got no color because it looks red purely because it's got the more red blood cells. It's what red blood cells make the meat look red. But if we look at the other types of like say vegetables, for example, their whole stems are the cell walls or the stems of the thing. All of that is green. Yeah, that's the difference. So yeah, we say all these colors are vegetables colors. Yeah, all these diets have a good health if it's a vegetable, plant-based ingredient. So yeah, if we can try to incorporate the 5 colors of vegetarian food, then we ought to have a very healthy and balanced life. Yeah, very good health. So yeah, that's the 5 elements that we started last time but haven't really covered. So hopefully this time we've got a more practical understanding of it and more association to our virtues, our cultivation virtues.
Cool.
Yeah. Any other questions? I think
we shall throw the questions to the webcam.
Okay. Any questions to the web? Thank you. Let's have a look.
I don't think so. We're waiting. Oh, waiting.
Okay. No worries. All good. Okay. So, yep. How are we going with time? Oh, pretty good time. Pretty good time.
Yeah, 8:36.
Awesome. Yeah. So, without further ado, we'll wrap up another good class.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Kelly.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Only 2 people clapping, but that's okay.
No, we're clapping for the audience. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. See you, Danny. See you, Nicolette. Good night, Daniel. Thank you, Nicolette. Good night. Good night.